They said grief brings people together. They lied. At my husband's funeral, his family walked ahead, heads high, black clothes ironed sharp as their judgment. His mother turned, eyes like frost. "Know your place," she hissed. Then she turned back, clutching her pearls as if virtue could be held. I followed silently, each step measured. The mourners watched. I let them see the obedient widow. Let them believe I was broken. They didn't notice the envelope in my hand. He had given it to me himself the night before he died. When I first met Daniel, he was charm-wearing a suit. His family owned half the city's property. I was a scholarship girl who waited tables at the cafe near his office. He said I had the kind of calm that could silence a storm. He wasn't wrong. For years, I was the perfect wife, the quiet shadow behind his success. His mother reminded me I was lucky. I smiled, cooked her favorite meals, hosted her charity luncheons, and ignored her whispered comments about background and bloodlines. Daniel used to defend me at first. Then one day he stopped. The betrayal came softly. It started with late nights at the office, unexplained meetings, a perfume that wasn't mine on his shirt collar, the way he'd flinch when I entered a room, as if caught between guilt and pity. Then came the accident, or what they called an accident. He crashed his car returning from a business trip. Except there was a witness, a tow truck driver who saw him arguing with someone before the crash. A woman, blonde, his secretary Clara. The night before he died, he came home drunk, eyes hollow. "You'll be taken care of," he said, handing me the envelope. No apology, just that. Then he passed out on the couch. By morning, he was gone. At the funeral, his family made their performance of grief. His mother sobbed too loudly. His brother comforted her, whispering about how they'd handle me after the will. I stayed quiet. I didn't correct them when they said I had no right to the estate. I didn't mention that Daniel's signature was still wet on the document in my hand. Inside that envelope was the truth, and his guilt, a confession. He'd changed his will 2 days before the crash. He left everything to me, the house, the shares, even the family company. He said, "It's all yours. You earned it more than I did." He'd discovered his family had been embezzling funds through his own accounts, his mother, his brother, all of them. They used his name, his company, his money, and when he confronted them, they threatened to expose his affair to ruin him. He didn't take that well. Neither did I. The weeks after his death, I played the part, the grieving widow. I let them believe I was fragile, naive. They took comfort in underestimating me. When the lawyers gathered for the reading, I wore black silk. His mother arrived in pearls and poison. "I hope you're not expecting much, dear," she said, touching my arm. "Daniel always said he'd keep you comfortable," I smiled. He did. The attorney cleared his throat, opened the folder, and began to read. Their faces changed word by word. Confusion to disbelief, disbelief to rage. Everything. The mansion, the company shares, the accounts, mine. The will was witnessed, notarized, legal. His mother's jaw locked. "This is absurd." "He'd never—" "He did," I interrupted softly. "He told me he wanted justice. Then I placed a USB drive on the table." Daniel's recorded statement. His voice filled the room, calm and remorseful. He confessed everything, their embezzlement, the blackmail, his affair. He left no detail out. By the time it ended, the room was ice. The lawyer spoke first. "Given the evidence, Mrs. Pace, you'll assume full control of the estate effective immediately." His mother stared at me, pale and trembling. "You planned this," she whispered. I tilted my head. "No, he did. I just followed his instructions." The investigation moved fast after that. His brother fled the country. His mother's accounts were frozen. The company board voted me in as interim CEO, not out of respect, but survival. They never saw it coming because they never saw me. They saw a quiet woman who knew her place. They never imagined that place would be at the head of the table. Sometimes I visit Daniel's grave, not out of love. That died long before he did, but out of gratitude. He gave me the tools to finish what he started. The night I took over the company, I poured myself a glass of his favorite whiskey and stood by his office window, watching the city lights. I thought about his mother's words at the funeral. Know your place. I smiled. I do, I whispered. Right here. And somewhere between the silence and the city hum, I swear I could hear him laugh. Low, regretful, maybe even proud. He found out who took his place, and so did everyone else.